Ok, amigos, me encuentro con dos de las mujeres más famosas de este momento, Viuda Negra, Black Widow y su hermana. Hi, you girls, how are you? ¿Cómo están?
Oh my God, your energy is amazing. That's exactly what I needed.
That's what I got after seeing Black Widow. The
Aw.
energy pumping, girls. It was perfect. It was perfection. Scarlett, how is it for you? You giving away your character for 10 years and now having their own movie, their own story. You as an executive producer, what you wanted to show from Black Widow on this movie?
I wanted to show Natasha kind of off her game. You know, we're so used to seeing her. She's very pragmatic. She's great at sort of redirecting. She's a leader. She's kind of just sharp and just this opportunity to show her in a totally different light where she's kind of aimless and things are hard and she's put in these situations she doesn't want to be in and she has to face them, and it's Yelena who forces her to, and how annoying is that? And this is just not at all in the plan. And I just loved seeing her in that headspace. I thought it would be just very refreshing for the audience to see her like that.
You're a science teacher. Your husband, he renovates houses?
Florence, for you, you're new in this world with Scarlett being Black Widow for so many years. Did you study her before becoming her sister on screen? How was the process for you, like putting up with her, with what she's done along the years?
Putting up with Scarlett, well, let me tell you. I didn't need to study her. I know I've watched Scarlett, ever since I was tiny. So I know exactly how amazing she is, and clearly there's a reason why the world goes crazy over her, and that's because she's great at what she does. And there's a reason why Marvel fans have wanted this film for so long, and it's because she's made a character that's so powerful and likable, and everybody's wanted this story for a long while. Thankfully, I did watch not all of the Marvel movies when I was a teenager, but I started when I was like 15, I'd say. So I do know of the universe, and I do know of the characters. So I didn't need to kind of go back and with a fine comb kind of like write down loads of notes, because thankfully I knew what she was and who she played, and I suppose kind of from that I knew what was expected of then my place in the film and my place playing her younger sister. But of course, like any character, you have to scrub up your knowledge of who you are and where you came from and what you mean to the characters around you. And actually that was really helpful. I think all of us found it really helpful when we had this rehearsal time. We would come in and say, oh, well, what if this kind of scene happened? And Scarlett would be like, no, that didn't happen.
That ain't here.
Black Widow was here during that point in her life, that she wasn't, so it was really, really helpful having the person kind of explain to us where her character was and what she was up to and who she was fighting at these supposed years. And that's just really exciting. So yeah,
You got the script? Did you get the whole script when you first got cast? Or no?
That was actually one of the, so when I was offered the role, I wasn't allowed the script.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that's really tricky, because I would love to read a script. And I remember that was when Kate was like, no, all you need to know is that it's epic. It's gonna be epic. And there's going to be an epic car chase, and there's going to be an epic moment at the end where Yelena and Natasha are doing loads of epic things. And I remember like coming back and my team were like, what did Kate say? Did you get a script? And I said, no, but she said it was epic.
Yeah, and it is epic.
You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story.
The first scenes when you guys get together, how that work out? It was the first time filming for the movie, or you've done so many different parts before?
The fight sequence? The fight scene between us? The Budapest safe house?
The Budapest,
no, that was the first time that we were ever on screen. I remember we had to disarm one another, it was like, okay, you know, we have these few beats, and basically, you know, you guys are pointing a gun in each other's face, and then disarm the other person. So, you know, we move like it was an interesting kind of exercise because we really had to be locked into each other for the timing of it, and it was cool. I mean, it was different, but it wasn't so different, I think, in some ways than doing any other dramatic scene where you're like looking for cues from the other person. It just so happened that we were pointing a gun in each other's
and having fun.
His call sign's Taskmaster. He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated, fully conscious, but no choices.
Scarlett, you've talked about the sexualization of Black Widow, but we got a woman director. How that helped to bring the story the way you wanted to tell it?
Yeah, it was helpful to have another female advocate on this. We usually in the past, I would say the kind of top, what do you call it, top brass or whatever, is usually mostly male. In my experience with Marvel, we have Victoria Alonso, who's a fantastic producer, who's been with us from the beginning. And usually it's like just us. I mean, there's other actresses as well, and we kind of huddle together to try to, affect little pieces of change and stuff. But it's been pretty like gender imbalanced for the last decade plus. So it was very refreshing to have this incredibly strong artist, incredibly strong woman leader, guiding all of us towards her vision. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Black Widow has a lot of edges and a lot of capas, I would say in Spanish. We got good love, we got action, we got siblings, we got family, we got a lot of things going on. What do you want the people to take away when they leave the theater hype about seeing Black Widow?
I want them to turn to their friend and be like, I want them to be in a restaurant and go like, you got to see it. That's what I hope for. You got to see it. Buy your ticket now.
Vayan a verla. That's the way. Girls,
thank you, Alex.
Thank you for your time. Can we go away with the post, like the Black Widow post?
Oh.
I am never doing it again. I've been shamed by this woman. And it's out of my vocabulary.
I love you.